Hey guys, I was gonna do another quick ETF video here. This one is going to be ticker symbol VEA, Victor Edward Alpha. This is also another Vanguard ETF, and it is one of the ETFs I kind of mentioned in my sample portfolios for the 3-fund portfolio. So I also have a bit of VEA in my portfolio as well. Again, this is not financial advice. Do your own research before you put any money into any ETF or stock. But just keep in mind the returns for VA is not as good as VTI, but it is part of the 3-fund portfolio because it provides more diversity. So so VEA expense ratio is about 0.06. So it's not as cheap as VTI, but it's pretty close. The difference is negligible. So 0.06 of 1% is still pretty cheap expense ratio as far as any ETF or mutual fund. Next one, what is the dividend? The dividend is going to be about approximately 3% dividend. I believe it's like right under it. It's like 2.96 or something like that. So about 3% dividend rate. So this is a pretty good dividend ETF if that's what you're looking for. What is the 10-year return of VA? It's going to be lower. So 10-year return is going to be about 6%. So that's, over a 10-year period, average annual return is about 6%. So that's quite a bit lower than VTI, which is about 13. So basically, if you're looking for outperformance, you're not going to be buying VEA. If you're looking for just big return or big growth, VTI is probably what you're looking at. VEA basically is to increase the diversification of your portfolio if you're looking for more than one fund. What is the index? VEA is going to be international. And it's going to be developed market. So the two main, categories of international companies or national stock is either developed or emerging market. Developed is going to be either markets or countries that are more well established, so less risk, probably less return, whereas emerging market is complete opposite. Emerging market international is going to be higher risk, but possibly higher return. So the index for VEA is going to be International Market Index, Developed Market. How many holdings are in VEA? It's going to be pretty similar to VTI. It's going to be 4,000 different stocks. I believe the exact number is about 3,900, I believe. If you want to be super accurate, I don't know the exact number, but I believe it's about 3,900 different companies in VEA. So it's pretty close to VTI. It might be actually a little bit more. I believe VTI was about 3,600 different stocks. So VEA is about 3,900. So that's where I was talking about diversity comes into play if you're doing the 3-fund portfolio. So if you're buying a portion of your portfolio into VTI, you're basically spreading your money into, 3,600 different companies. If you add on VEA, it's going to be, 3,900 different companies in addition to the ones in VTI, because VTI are going to be American companies and VEA will be international companies. So you're going to have close to 8,000 different companies if you do VEA plus VTI in your portfolio. So that's supposedly going to mitigate your single stock risk, because you're doing a fraction of 8,000 different stocks. And then what is the market cap? It's basically going to be large cap, or if you want to get technical, it's going to be majority mega cap. So majority mega cap and some large cap, but technically, if somebody asks you, VA is going to be large cap blend. So most of the companies in VEA are going to be somewhere in the middle. It's not a growth fund. It's not a super growth fund, but it's not also a super value fund, or value stocks are usually going to be higher dividend. So some people will use it interchangeably, the terms. So large cap blend is what VEA will be. So it's kind of in the middle. It's not a super growth stock. It's not a super growth fund, and it's not really a value fund either. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. And again, large cap is above 10 billion, I believe, and mega cap is companies above 200 billion. So just quick review. VEA, Vanguard Fund ETF, 0.06 of 1% expense ratio, so very cheap expense ratio. Dividend's pretty good too, 3% return on dividend, 3% dividend rate it'll kick out. The 10-year return of VEA is not stellar, but it's close to the average stock return. Average stock return is probably between 7 to 10% per year. So it's a little bit under that, 6% 10-year return. It's an international fund, well diversified, almost 4,000 different stocks or companies in this fund, and it is a large cap blend. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys, and I will try to do another ETF video next time. Later.